left, trans activist billionaire Paul Singer is bringing his trans madness to...
Oh yeah, he's back with Paul Singer, that's right. Oh my gosh! They actually had a Star of David with the... oh my gosh! I'm not against political betting, but at some point there's got to be some kind of regulation on this. Look at the mayor race in LA! That progressive is absolutely crazy. Continue watching the LGBTQ mafia. Wow, what a good start.
The elections, and they're adjusting their model to correlate with the cult she's betting on.
That's fair enough. Here's their 70 chess move, okay? Ensuring the plan proceeds, ensuring the plan proceeds would involve the General Assembly, which is controlled by Democrats, lowering the mandatory retirement age for Virginia Supreme Court from 75 to 54, the age of the youngest current justice or less.
53.
Virginia Democrats are appointed by the General Assembly, where Democrats hold majorities in both chambers, and could then fill vacancies on the court with sympathetic Democrat lawyers. So their 70 chess move is not try again, try to win legally. No, no, no. Their plan, after one defeat, which, by the way, I mentioned this yesterday, the Democrats for what, 50 years straight won basically every legal fight? Is that correct? Like 50 years in a row?
And now Trump is actually outflanking them on that, and their whole solution is we're gonna throw the entire fucking legal system out the window because we want power.
Yeah. Their entire strategy is force not just Republican justices, but even the Democrat ones to retire. And Shipwreck Crew, which I recommend people who follow him, he brought up a good point. These are the current ages of the 7 justices on the Virginia Supreme Court. 70, 69, nice.
6, 7.
Oh my gosh, 67. Oh god.
6, 7.
64, 61, 56, and 54. The idea that the legislature would lower the retirement age of 53 in order to remove them all is just beyond wild. And he brings up good points about this because guess what? I have a serious question. At what point would you say you go too far with forced retirements? Because forcing at 53 seems kind of young, doesn't it? Especially for a judge.
Yes. Dude, the federal retirement age for working is what, 63, 62 years old? You are a solid decade under the federal retirement age for literally anything. That is just unbelievably stupid and blatant.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're not talking about, oh, they go from 75 to 70, which again would still be a power grab. They're saying no. It's like 10 years younger than the current retirement age in America. Again, the majority of judges picked on any Supreme Court, they tend to be in their mid-40s at the earliest. Most of them are in their 50s. So you're telling me that we're going to ignore all these judges that are like in their late 40s, mid-50s, and what, go younger? What, 30 years old now? And you're a Supreme Court justice?
That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing.
That's not the point of the... Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable. This is what's happening. This is their current strategy.
Secretary Hegseth has opened a criminal investigation into Arizona Democrat Senator Mark Kelly for leaking classified information to CBS Face the Nation.
Oh, shit. Wait, what?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was new news or old news, but it sounded new to me.
Yeah, I don't remember
the 2 Arizona special elections this year.
I don't remember Face the Nation thing. What the hell? What's up?
Man, if we get 2 Senate specials, I will. Oh, please give this to me, please. I want to see both those motherfuckers go down. Let us pick up 2 seats in Arizona. Gee, Arizona, how come you get to have 2 special elections for Senate this year?
They have a Senate election every 2 years at this point. Every 2 years, another one. And another one. And another
Maybe
one.
they just like it. Maybe they just enjoy Senate elections.
They love it. When was the last time they didn't have a Senate election in Arizona? At any point before 2022, did not have a real ground game. People don't know about the story. It was after 22, after it became apparent the GOP sucks and they don't have a ground game whatsoever, they began to invest heavy into it. They invested heavy into Wisconsin, Michigan, or Arizona, and Georgia. And now, after Kirk's death, apparently they expanded even further. They may actually be more powerful now, which is crazy to say, but you still got people like Tyler Boyer running the ship. So,
well, you remember
this
kind of came and faded back when it happened, but when after the assassination, they had gained way more school charters, or whatever you call it. Like they basically had multiplied their presence overnight across the country. So that's something to keep in mind, is that more eyes and ears on it, more money flowing to them. A higher cash flow means that they can put more out, and that means that they're probably doing more than they were able to before.
Elon Musk, if you're listening, give $100 million to Turning Point and another $100 million to America PAC. Do it.
Dude, America PAC was ass, dude. She just, who is it? Dude, I know, because I dealt with these.
I know.
People around in, like, vans in Wisconsin, like, didn't have seatbelts, dude. They were, like, just shoved in the back of the van, and we're basically, like...
packed them in. By the way, you guys been noticing lately the insanity with the data centers, with people, like, going crazy over them? You guys hear about that? Or been seeing about that lately, where it's, like, everybody's, like, anti-data center now? Well,
yeah, it's kind of a sloppy list issue.
Yeah, like, this is a good question to have. It's like, okay, you have an issue with data centers, like environmental concerns. Couldn't you just regulate the environmental issues and fix it?
Also, there's a bunch of misinformation, like the water. We're wasting.
Oh yeah, the water thing.
We use next to no water in those data centers.
Okay, like, I have issue with data centers. Like, I think obviously they can be bad for the environment, obviously, but guys, you know what this reminds me of? We gotta store that
data somewhere, bro. Like, it's...
You know what this reminds me of? The anti-nuclear crowd in the 70s.
Yeah.
The same playbook. Guys, nuclear energy is awful for us. We cannot use it. We have to use a shitty solar panel. And by the way, do you think China gives a shit about the environment with the data centers? We have the same argument about this for every other thing. China does not care. So, again, I know data centers have issues. You could just regulate some of those issues and be done with it. Or make the data centers pay for the electricity.
AI is going to be a technology that fills in the gaps and allows us to adapt to any environment or any situation. Super important for the future, because as our technology becomes more sophisticated and complex and hard to understand and control, we're going to have AI to manage it for us. As we go out into space and develop fleets to mine asteroids and colonize other planets and shit, there's no way human pilots and navigators can do that stuff. There's no way for us to continue evolving as a species, as a civilization, as a race, until we evolve our technology to keep up with their ambition, because our brains can't. We are smart enough to design a shotgun, but we're not wise enough not to shoot our foots off. That's where AI comes in, laughably right now, but eventually we'll refine it to where it's like the wisest of the wise men we have who will guide us the right way. And at that point, most of our inherent fuckery will be, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Mitigated,
negated. It'll steer us the right way. It'll be like everybody's grandfather still being around to tell them the right thing at the right time. That's why AI is still so important.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of counterbalance because now you have these idiots running around saying like, guys, the data centers are because of the Israelis.
This is going to be a world-shattering revelation. China wants a continuation of the post-world liberal order. They do not give a fuck if the United States continues to be looted by the current status quo. China stands to benefit from global liberalism because it allows them to ensure that the third world will remain in their fucking chains while China is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do whenever they want to do it, while their enemies, such as Europe and the United States and Russia, are kept under check. China winning the AI race, the energy race, the global arms race to control the future is a death knell for Western civilization, simply put, just because China in their victory will become negligent and passively compliant in the death of the West.
All right, American Note for 2. What's going on with, I don't know what that is. It's Atan Shea. I don't know what that is. Thanks for Super Chat, though. Funny how liberals are just pissing off AI even more. Well, the thing is, like, it's just fucking wild. It's just anti-human. That's all these people are doing it off of. It's like, no, we gotta kill, like, this is bad for the environment, and it's awful. So
is literally using culture
that's fair enough, yeah.
to predict the elections, and they're adjusting their model to correlate with the culture betting odds.
That's fair
not
enough.
polling, not analysis, fucking betting odds. That is what they're fucking doing. Yes, I'm turning into Tyrone. Tyrone's not here, so you gotta have me.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the whole Vote Hub thing, for those that don't know, those assholes are using Kelsey as a main part. I think possibly its biggest predictive indicator.
That is their odds. Their odds are powered by call sheet. It's all call sheet. Like nothing else.
So basically, all that has to happen, you just get one asshole Democrat in, like, name a very Republican district. Forget, like, Paul Gosar's seat. It's like Arizona 9th or whatever. Guys, all you need to do, get one Democrat operative to put $10,000 that Paul Gosar is going to lose, and that single-handedly flips the forecast. Does no one see the issue with that?
Look what happened with Derek Dooley the other day. He like searched this one guy, put a link on funny.
It's a scam. It's a fucking scam. Again, I'm not against political betting, but at some point there's got to be some kind of regulation on this. There needs to be regulation. You should not be using a betting market. Like, okay, it's one thing to, like, say, hey, this is our forecast, and this is what our partner Kelsey is saying. That's one thing. They are admitting. I can pull this up right now. Let me pull this up.
They tried to buy my account the other day. They were messaging me trying to get me to fucking get sponsored by them, and I said, hell no. These betting companies are just promoting themselves. They bought out Vote Hub. That sounds like something that I would be paid to write. Like, we believe in prediction markets.
We believe
I think they paid Vote Hub a shit ton of money to do this. And I'm telling you,
I think so.
Fucking look, and I'm pro legalized gambling. I don't care about it being. I'm not one of these like super. I'm an evangelical Christian, but I don't really care for like political like Christianity and banning. I don't think it should be banned. But at the end of the day, I don't like these companies, these betting companies, buying up all these accounts, especially political accounts. I don't like Harry Enton on fucking CNN thinking that these betting markets are equivalent to polls and putting them up every time you're talking about something.
Bullshit.
Oh, the polls say this, but the betting markets don't mean jack shit.
They just respond. They just fucking react.
Let us not forget that betting markets back in 2024 had Joe Biden favored to win the election until the debate. In the spring, when it was pretty clear, any of us watching, that Donald John America was going to become the next president of the United States, the betting markets expected Joe Brandon to win the election. Expected Brandon to win the election, bro.
It's bullshit.
Thing, you know?
It's one thing to say, hey, this is what the betting markets are showing. This is what we're predicting. But when you have it say, oh, the betting markets are always right, therefore we have to include in the forecast. Again, I'm just going to wait till one asshole buys a shitload of shares or whatever for like Paul Gosar's seat for Democrats to win. And to flip the forecast. Just watch. It's going to happen. And these dumb shits are going to say, guys, VoteHub has Paul Gosar losing or whatever. It's going to happen. It's going to happen one of these times, and it's going to be hilarious when it does. Because it just shows you, these forecasts are full of shit.
Hey, the EA wants us to talk about this new pro Massey ad out of Kentucky's.
Okay, we'll get there. President Gilbert getting up for 5. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Then at betting markets of Joe Biden winning the Electoral College by 400 electoral votes in 2020. Yeah, they did. I remember that well. He's going to win Iowa and Ohio. Florida safe Democrats. Frickin' South Carolina Senate? Leader. How did that go? Frickin' bullshit. Okay, so let's just continue watching the LGBTQ Mafia. Wow, what a good start.
EQ Mafia. Far-left trans activist billionaire Paul Singer is bringing his trans madness to...
Oh yeah, he's back with Paul Singer, that's right. Oh my gosh! They actually had a Star of David with the... oh my gosh! Who approved of this? That's my question. They actually included the Star of David with the gay pride stuff.
Yep.
Excuse me. What? You're telling me that somebody thought, yeah, this is one way to appeal to the people. That is actually wild. Yeah, it is wild. What the hell? I thought this was a joke. Just keep watching this. It's gonna get worse, isn't it?
To remove Massey. The gay mafia will own.
The gay mafia, Luke.
Gay mafia.
The gay mafia.
I love this. It's the most worst shit possible. And like, that's the type of shit, if you're trying to win over boomers in that district, you're gonna want to do.
Water Gaming for 2, the Star of David. Yeah.
Star of David.
Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Far left hardcore Democrats. This is terrible. This is fucking absolutely awful.
Doesn't share our Kentucky values.
Oh, we got something good, Rap.
This is terrible.
Look at this. And look at this.
Oh my god. Did they have Democrats winning immigration by like 10 points?
9.
Close enough. That's horseshit.
If any of you believe that fucking poll, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
They have the 2028 election as Marco Rubio versus AOC.
You have something wrong with your poll if Marco Rubio's pulling ahead. I love Rubio, but dude, he's not beating Vance right now. He's not fucking beating him. Because not enough people know who he is. It's the reality of it. Okay, so this is the poll from Alice Intel, and let's look at some of these crosstabs, because you want to get a good laugh.
I'd like to meet the 12% of non-binary voting for Republican.
Patriots! But here's the dumbest one. You want proof this poll is full of shit. I'll make clear. When it comes to crosstabs in some groups, you have a larger margin of errors. I get that. We've gone over this a million times. Like, yes, with some samples, there's just a higher margin of errors. So there can be a bigger miss. I get that. But why are women voting to the right of men?
Why are women?
Why are they voting? Oh, good lord. They voted the right of men by 12.
18. Yeah, non-binary are voting as Republican is 18 to 29.
Yeah, look at this. 18 to 29. D plus 71. Not even Obama against McCain was able to pull that off.
Yeah, because all the Goipers are going to be voting Democrat now.
Guys, again, cross tabs get wonky and Alice until notorious for it, but this is worse than usual. Let's just keep going. Rest of the demographics, whatever, margin of error, I get that. White voters.
Hispanics are only D plus 21.
Look at black voters. D plus 39.
I'll be honest, Dems being only up 21 with Hispanics, that's actually not that bad considering the rest of the poll.
That's a warning sign to them that even this dog shit from Alice Until, which again, they could still be right about this. I'm gonna have doubts on that because just look at this. Guys, if black and Hispanic voters voted for Trump or Republicans this much, not Trump, the generic Republican, for crying out loud. Yeah, white voters.
My honest opinion is I think there will probably be some Hispanic reversion.
Well, there's going to be.
It's mainly going to be among them. Actually, it's pretty much only going to be among the Mexicans. And even then, it's probably only going to revert to like the 2020 coalition.
If that, probably closer to 22, probably.
Potentially, yeah.
Like, it's going to get, like, yes, Mexican voters are going to probably swing to the left. But
that's also because they're like the more low propensity type.
Well, yeah, they're more low propensity, and they are more swingy. But guys, you really think Cubans are going to swing left? Puerto Rico?
Yeah, no. I mean, if
Venezuelans?
Dems are going back to like their 2020 coalition in Florida, then yeah, that's probably going to be a massive blue tsunami nationwide. But
they're not. I'm trying to explain to these idiots like Barris that no, you cannot compare Mexican voters in the southern border with Cubans. And he's really saying, no, the Cubans hate Trump because he's about to invade Cuba. You want Cuba to vote Republican? You know how you do that? You freaking bomb Cuba. You think I'm exaggerating?
Bro, I saw a tweet earlier today that showed AOC winning Hispanics by 20 against fucking Rubio.
Yeah.
And someone said Rubio would win Cubans by Assad margins if he were running against AOC. Actually, he said Hispanics in general.
Miami-Dade would probably go to Rubio by like 20 or 30.
People gotta understand, like, I want to see this happen, guys. I want to see it for the memes. Because this is the most, like, wild thing. How many people does Venezuela have again? What's their population?
Something, yeah, it's like 8 digits. 32 million.
Yeah, I don't think they would admit as one single state. If they ever did, which I don't think they're going to, but they would probably split off like 4 or 5
It would
states.
probably be bigger than Texas, like slightly bigger than Texas.
Yeah, I highly doubt it'll be one state. Probably they'll admit it in like 5 different states, probably.
Anyways, what's more boomer coded, Trump's truth posts or the replies to his truth posts?
I don't want to know.
Literally, just go to any truth post from Trump and
It's just the most schizophrenic stuff ever.
No, it's just all like all boomer memes you see on Facebook. That's all it is. A lot of it's probably bots too. But
oh yeah, it's Truth Social. Like the only people that like use Truth Social are the ones that want to like see what Trump posts, and then the schizophrenics, the bots. Like that's about it. There's nothing else in Truth Social.
Dems are already blasting the Sandy Hook promise, sweet little Daniel ads.
Oh gosh, it's
and by the way, the only reason they're using Sandy Hook promise is, as I've said before, and I'll continue to say it, it's because Act Blue is being investigated for corruption.
And I know for a fact any week now that bomb's gonna drop it. They don't have a replacement.
That bomb is gonna drop hard, bro.
Yeah, like people think I'm lying about it, guys. Like fucking James Comer's like, I'm not exaggerating. He's actually like the oversight committee's on it right now. So
Comer is on it. I think a lot of people are also failing to take into account we have Todd Blanche at DHS now, and he has been going crazy style. He has been going fucking crazy style, animal style, ISIS style.
He's busting it down sexual style.
Corked up fucking quirked up attorney busting it down.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your sweet little Daniel, but I'm not voting for Demon Rats.
Yeah, BB for 2.
I don't. Okay, I'm sorry you lost. I'm sorry you lost your son in a school shooting. That doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to have a country, though.
All right, BB. me for 2. Republicans actually gained from the last Intel poll. Wait, what? The Republicans actually gained that poll at C plus 15? What the hell? Primary with the Rhinos in South Carolina. Well, again, like, they're going to try to force through. What's going to happen is Trump is going to tell McMaster to do it or else. And he's going to do the special session and pass it. The fact that you have people, I cannot believe that he actually said, we need a vibrant Democrat Party.
The reason they're saying that is because they don't like that during Democrat presidencies, they have no incentive. Like, Democrats don't have incentives to give them aid or like earmark anything because there's not a single Democrat in the delegation. But, you know, counterpoint,
just win.
How much were they fucking giving you anyways?
5 cents.
Like I'm sorry. Like, yes, like there was the system where they gave South Carolina some money, mostly because Clyburn was essentially responsible for getting Biden elected in the first place. So that's why they got some money. But like, what? Like, you think Gavin Newsom's gonna give South Carolina any money?
He's gonna give them plenty of money.
You think
No, Gavin Newsom is not going to give South Carolina money. He's going to march in. He's going to immediately take control with not the National Guard. He's going to send law enforcement in. He's going to activate the National Guard. He's going to enact martial law on these southern states for trying to do anything against him. And I'm not joking. I know that sounds very far-fetched, but he said he would do such things before.
Okay.
I hate all the fucking LARP on Twitter currently, where people are like, oh, this is why we need a second Reconstruction. It's like, okay, first of all, no, shut the fuck up. Second of all, why is what the South's doing somehow more evil? As if just because the Democrats that they're gerrymandering for political purposes just so happen to be black, all of a sudden it's a fucking moral crime for them to have done so. I don't care. I straight up do not care. This idea, just because, they literally made this argument in the Supreme Court. Just if these Democrats were white, it would be legal. It would be fine. Who the fuck cares? But because they have dark skin, and them having dark skin somehow makes drawing them out for partisan reasons some kind of fucking like Nuremberg trial crime. I fucking hate this country. I hate everyone in it.
Shit. Old people
Barris and Barnes, they think that the primary electorate is going to be overwhelmingly young because it's Massey.
Yeah. Guys, historically, old people are the ones that vote in midterms, especially in midterm primaries. Hell, even in generals. We've gone over this a million times now. America First Insight, they made a graph 100 times now showing no, young people are not this huge swath of the electorate like some people think it is. It's old people. That's how you win primaries. You don't win by doing good with young people. You just don't. I'm getting so sick and tired of this. And now they're basically claiming that Qantas faked the poll. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, it's not like Barris is faking polls showing Massey up by 40 points in the primary.
They are
probably up by 90 with like the 18 to 29 demographic or something.
They're not only alleging it's fake, they're just making up parts of the poll. Completely making up swaths of what the poll actually showed. For example, let me pull up what because Qantas Insights had to put out a statement on this because they were getting so much shit from the Massey shills and Rich Bears and Barnes.
The Masseys Nassies.
Yeah.
The Sassies with Masseys.
Yeah. So they're getting so much shit now, and this is absurd. These same bums, not even a month ago, were worshipping Qantas Insights because they have Massey up by a couple points. Now it's fake. Now their poll's fake because they have Massey winning or losing. So
I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see the video of like all the Chinese soldiers and diplomats rolling out a literal red carpet for Trump?
Yeah,
when
I
he was
saw
landing?
that.
It blows my mind that we are 10 years into Trump being an elected official, and the only people who have still not figured out how to get what they want from Trump is the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
All the Democrats have to do is like praise Trump, and you know they can.
All they have to do is kiss his fucking ass.
Not
Literally,
even
all you have to do is kiss that man's ass.
Yeah.
Not even publicly. They can just do it privately, and publicly they're like, "Oh yeah." And I think Trump understands. It's like, I think like like in his meeting with Mamdani, like Trump was like, "Oh yeah, you can say whatever you want about me publicly, but privately you gotta kiss my ass." And that's basically what Mamdani. That's what Mamdani does. That's why Trump like doesn't hate on Mamdani, even though Mamdani deserves it. He's like bankrupt in New York City.
But no, he has surplus in New York now. He has a surplus according to him. But
the funniest thing about Mamdani is like he is a gay race communist at heart, but he's just fundamentally incompetent.
Yeah.
And kind of bad at his job. It's honestly like lamer than I expected. Like right wingers when he was electing, we expected like full gay race communism, and instead we're just getting like not even which is good, but we're just getting like diet like lame socialism. Like he's not even good at being being a far leftist. He's just kind of lame. Which
again, everybody talks about the Republican Civil War, like guys, the Republican Civil War, it's brutal. Everybody hates each other, which is kind of true, I guess. But why are people ignoring what's going on the left right now? Because let me pull this up.
Because the left has to put up this mirage that they're a united front.
Yeah,
or
right
else
here.
They just shit the bed entirely.
Behind the scenes, the House Minority Leader's allies are preparing a messaging push against any Democrat who stands in the way of gerrymandering, insisting that only real Democrats are willing to fight, according to one person close to Jeffries. Some of the ideas kicked around by Democrats speak to the anger within the party. One lawmaker has been in early talks with potential delegates at a future Democrat convention on trying to prevent any blue state leaders who can't get a new map passed from getting a speaker slot. And for those already in office, primary challenges aren't off the table, multiple sources said. You know what this essentially means?
Yeah, what?
The Democrats are about to have a shit show in the next 2 years in primaries.
Yeah, it's like what I've been saying.
Yeah.
It's like what we've all been saying on stream. All these ethnic black seats and Asian seats and whatnot, the seats that stand from racial gerrymandering, so they can continue to reinforce their ethnic fucking interests in the House and the party as a whole, like with Clyburn with the South Carolina Dems. That shit's going away. They're going to be replaced by crazy suburban white libs.
Yeah. But this is what's going on in the Democrat Party. This is a big deal because it just speaks to desperation. Because even though there should be a Democrat year, with the economy not being great, Trump's approval being below water, there is still a serious chance they lose the House and the Senate. Which, if they actually lose the House and the Senate, we'll see if we get to that point, but it'd be hilarious. But yeah, they of course talk about the ideas being floated around to fix for quote-unquote fix Virginia, including replacing the entire state Supreme Court and reinstating the map voters approved, though most of the focus was on how to defeat Republicans in the current map. So basically, they're not going to fuck around with Virginia because they know, oh, if we try to do anything in Virginia, we're gonna get crushed. So, all right. The race to cut Democrat seats, districts in red states has raised fears among some black legislators that their political power faces significant erosion in the years ahead. Leaders of the Congressional Black Caucus have said that as many as 19 of the 62 seats they hold in Congress could be at risk in the redistricting push from Republicans. Blah, blah, blah. New York Democrat Representative Clark, who chairs a caucus, said securing as many Democrat seats as possible remains paramount, even if that risks diluting some majority minority districts in blue states in the short term. Yeah, that's not gonna fucking pass. Yeah, fuck no. That's not gonna happen. So, their whole copium is, guys, we just gotta dilute our own voters. You know what's gonna happen when you guys do that, right? You know who's gonna win those seats? Crazy suburban white women. That's kind of that's the Democrat base now.
That's kind of who the Democrats prefer anyways.
Yeah, basically. She emphasized that members in the Congressional Black Caucus represent a diverse range of districts, including some not shaped by the Voting Rights Act or those with a majority black populations. Bullshit. Basically, everybody in that caucus is in a majority black seat. That's horse shit. To even suggest, no, we can dilute our votes. No, you can't. What do you think's gonna happen? In New York, you split up these districts. How do you think that's gonna go? How do you think that's gonna fucking go? Not too good, I don't think, but...
No.
No. But it's like, they're so delusional, like, there are, like, the top leadership people, they actually think that's what the people want. What do you think's gonna happen in Chicago? What, do you really think the...
chip.
What?
Computer chip.
Yeah. But even that, I mean, the copium now is, hey, guys, if we, like, do oh my god, what's it called when the districts have to stay, like, connected? What's it called again?
Continuity.
Yeah, there is now a push to, like, say, no, these districts don't have to be continuity or whatever.
Continuous,
excuse me. They don't have to be continuous. We can actually splice it up. I'm not even joking. So, good luck with that. But
state legislatures.
Because a VRA also impacts state legislators. Look at this. The VRA ruling not only impacts congressional districts, but also state legislators. Most other chambers are safe are, but Georgia currently has 96 Trump seats and 84 Harris seats. The tipping point's only Trump plus 8. My new map is 107 Republican seats, the 73 Democrat seats, and the tipping point is Trump plus 17. Look at that.
Yeah, so here's the issue, and he also makes a good point about Texas. Texas, the big problem with Texas, we could have a bigger Republican majority, but the problem is we have very strict county split rules.
Ignore
so
them.
for instance, in Harris County, Dallas County, Tarrant County, Bexar County, every district within those counties have to be entirely within those counties. So no district in Harris County is allowed to extend over to a neighboring county.
No, okay, I want to be clear. I knew what the VRA impacted state legislative seats. I just didn't know it was this impactful. I never knew it was this big, the state legislature.
Southern states could gerrymander the fuck out of their state legislatures.
Yeah, like, I knew this was a thing, but you could go from 96 to 107, and Trump plus 17. You essentially make Georgia like a safe Republican state on ballot.
And again, that could help a lot. And again, for Texas, if you get rid of that county line rule, we can have an even bigger Republican majority. We can actually get...
Yeah. Alabama redraw their state senate map because of this. That's right. I kind of forgot about that. I knew it was impactful, but this is fucking crazy how much you could change the map, just get rid of this one shitty law. That is unbelievable.
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, there's a funny statement where this, like, state lawmaker in Florida, they're basically saying they don't want Watson Schultz running because she's white.
Yeah, it's anti-white discrimination. And,
well, again, people are making a meme about it in chat.
Outside of people on our spheres, nobody gives a shit. Like, they don't distinguish between Jews and like non-Jewish people.
I know, but this would be funny when they like violate federal law. Because, like, this is discrimination. You can't run for us because you're white. You gotta drop out. We need black representation. Meanwhile, you get stuck with McCormick again, who's probably one of those corrupt people in the House. So...
Again, we should be deciding representatives based on the content of their character, not their race.
Yeah, it's real. That's not illegal. It's racist, but not illegal. I mean, yeah, but, like... If they bar her for the ballot because she's white for the Democrat side, I mean, that would be illegal. But we'll see, of course.
This is illegal.
Yeah. I just find it funny this is actually a real thing. Oh my gosh. But that's the Democrat problem right there. They're obsessed over race. That's all they care about. They care about if the congressman's black or white. If it's a majority black seat, even though a good chunk of them are represented by white congressmen, that doesn't matter. As long as this seat's black, it's black. It's represented by a black person. That's good.
Or as Rufus calls it, brack.
Oh gosh. He literally, he is going around and saying that Cuban voters hate Trump because he's pro-war with Cuba or something like that.
Bro, I knew a few when I was in college in Florida.
Posters ever.
And I've been saying this for years, but when I was in college in Florida, I knew a few Cubans and Venezuelans from Miami-Dade County, and they were all like, we hate Biden because he's a socialist and socialism's the worst thing ever, and they are patriots, and they were like, we want the government, we want Maduro and the remnants of the Castro regime gone. They were. I can guarantee you, I'm not in touch with any of those people anymore, but if I were to get back in touch with them somehow, they would all be super happy, and I think they're more pro-Trump than ever.
I try to tell people this. It's guys, Cubans and Venezuelans have been waiting decades for somebody to fuck around with Venezuela and Cuba. They've been begging somebody to do something about it, and Trump's doing it right now. You may not like it, but this LARP, their anti-war and stuff, it's guys, they fucking love what they did in Venezuela. They fucking love it. Look at the polling in Central America. Everybody loved it. It was amazing. So,
the most anti doing that country was Canada, followed by the U.S., and then every country in Latin America loved it. People believe, bro. Yeah,
people in Central America love it because they're sick of these shits.
Which has a hate boner for obvious reasons. 60% approves of it. Fucking Mexico. Fuentes land.
But guys, no, all Hispanics are the same. They're always shift leftward. That's what we're trying to tell people. The Hispanic shift, yes, it's going to be isolated and real. It's going to happen in southern Texas a little bit, parts of California. I'm not denying that, but Cubans and Venezuelans love Trump. They love him even more now than they ever did. They fucking love the guy. Yeah, they worship him. They're like, yeah, you got rid of that asshole Maduro. You can finally go back. Yeah. Ogles and Senator Tuberville of Alabama just proposed what could very well be the most important immigration proposal since the 60s. For sure, since the 90s. This is called the Assimilation Act. And the reason that this is a big deal is this essentially guts all the immigration bullshit from the 90s and the 60s. It would gut the Hart-Celler Act.
It single-handedly undoes 60-plus years of bad immigration policy.
Yeah. And this is what the proposal does in a nutshell. National interest standard, stringent character tests, mandatory e-verify, ends chain migration, ends diversity lottery, guts birthright citizenship, way tougher asylum standards, stronger public charge rules, 10-year citizenship requirement, and English American civics proficiency.
By the way, the only nation in the world to have a 10-year citizenship policy is Singapore.
Yeah.
If the United States had a 10-year citizenship policy, we would go from in less than a decade, we would go from letting in anywhere between 30 to 70 to 100 million illegals into the country to requiring that you stay in the United States continuously for 10 years with good proven moral and personal character before you can become a citizen. I cannot overstate I cannot begin to overstate how crucial this is. I am going to use this as my Tyrone rant time, if you don't mind, because I don't think, because I'm not going to say it outright, but a lot of you guys already know what I do with my current job, who I help out. And you guys know that I follow a lot of this stuff incredibly closely. This is a magnificent bill in of itself. I will say it's unfortunate it's absolutely not going to pass. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Getting the legislative behemoth of the United States Congress to work in favor of any fucking group that's not the far left is insane work. But
yeah,
it is especially with Ogles and Tuberville, that is a groundwork for any and all immigration reform to work for. And I would like to remind people, in the span of 10 years, We went from the Republican Party saying we need to enact mass amnesty because we have 30 million illegals here under the Obama administration, to we need remigration being just straight up remigration being the national standard immigration policy.
Yeah.
Large scale bureaucratic and legal warfare against immigrants. If you guys don't follow Prowler on Twitter, I highly recommend you do.
Yeah. So Spencer Pratt, for those that don't know, is running for the mayor, become the next mayor of LA. It's a talented campaign. He is focusing on the issues that people care about in LA. People are sick and tired of this shit going on. It's been going on since the 90s, if not much longer. People are sick and tired of the bullshit. He is running on the fire thing that happened last January. Remember that? These houses are still burnt down.
Yeah, he made it. Yeah, he made a tweet saying, "Yeah, Karen Bass let me and 6,000 of my neighbors' houses burn down. That's why I'm living out of a hotel. Why are you attacking me for living in a hotel?"
And those dumb shit that TMZ are saying, well, you claim to live at the place, so it's burnt down. Yeah, it's burnt down. Well, of course you can't live there permanently. Like, are these people just dumb on purpose? Like, they're trying to make a big deal.
Yeah, I think so,
it's
honestly.
stupid. These people are dumb. But yeah, so the reason that, like, he's running a good campaign is he's talking about the issues people care about. He is talking about the things that people are sick and tired of. They're sick of the unaffordability. They're sick of the crime. They're sick of how filthy the city is. Guys, LA is disgusting now. All these big cities are. They're filthy. People are tired of it. That's why people are saying, fuck this.
Like, I'm old enough to... I remember 2 or 3 years ago, Xi Jinping made a fucking state visit. They cleaned up Los Angeles and San Francisco literally overnight.
Yeah.
Those places can be clean. They just need local and state cooperation.
This is kind of the moment that people in California have been waiting for, because they're realizing that, like, the options they have on the opposition for the Democrat side, these people are fucking nuts. Look at the mayor race in LA. That progressive is absolutely crazy. And now she's not going to win.
The Indian lady running for mayor. The Indian lady running for mayor wants to ban people being able to cook beef in their backyard. Like,
she's insane.
I can't. Dude, you couldn't come. Like, I think know nothings and wigs in the 1800s. Like, the kind of shit they would come up with against German and Irish Catholics wouldn't be nearly as absurd, but textbook examples of migrant inability to assimilate as an Indian woman running for mayor of Los Angeles and wanting to ban being able to do backyard barbecues.
And, like, and you're gonna get Karen Bass, who everybody hates. So that's your opposition. That's what I think's going on here. I think that a lot of these people, they may not even like Republicans or Trump, but they're realizing, oh, these people at least are not crazy. These people are at least halfway sane. Poll that came out from California 48. And remember, this is one of the districts that Democrats gerrymander. Look at this. Take a guess what it's showing. Take a guess. Democrats are locked out, according to the Survey USA, in a Harris +3 seat. Now, again, with congressional district polling, most of the time, it's not the best. But this should be a bit concerning for Dems, especially with how good turnout is for the GOP. There is a serious chance that a bunch of these competitive races, like in California 48th, Democrats could be locked out. And even Kevin Kiley's new seat. He's running as a bullshit independent. There is Republicans still running. There's a chance that this gerrymander the Democrats are pushing, it may actually fail. Because you know what the problem is for Dems? They're running way too many damn people in all these seats. What are they trying to accomplish here? How do you fail this miserably? Again, I'm not saying it's a guarantee this happens, but if they get locked out of a couple of House races that they should easily win, potentially locked out of the governorship, I'm not saying it's going to happen. You know what's going to happen overnight in California? You know what's going to happen? I guarantee you the California legislature would immediately overturn the jungle primary system. Overnight. They would abolish it.
They would do that. They would immediately. To every single fucking immigrant needs to go back because America is full and we're done with our workers, our citizens, our people, our nation getting exploited by the third world and their cronies in this country that want to take advantage of it and only care about you insofar as you are a statistic who is potentially troublesome. It needs to be replaced. God bless Tommy Tuberville and Andy Ogles for introducing this. The work is now ensuring that we can get the congressional majority in both chambers to pass this.
And that's what I want to talk about. This right here should give people real motivation to win this year. Listen, I'm not saying every Republican is perfect, and I know a lot of people that may support this. They're doing it for their own political purposes. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? If it passes, I don't care what reason they want to pass it for. Who cares?
Like, exactly. If they're doing something good, praise it. It doesn't matter what the reason
yeah,
is.
like Randy Fine. If he bans dual citizenship, like he give a shit for what reason? Who cares? Who cares if it bans whole dual citizenship? Like, I don't care. I really don't care. And that's why this is such a big deal. 10 years ago, like Tyrone is saying, this would have been seen as radical. This was not even talked about.
There were people arrested under the Obama administration as domestic right-wing terrorists for suggesting such a thing. Yeah. Places like Abbeville Institute, writers like Jared Taylor were called right-wing Nazis and unempathetic for suggesting such things. We have moved so far to the right because of Donald J. Trump and his policies, and the people, the patriots in power, like Stephen Miller and J.D. Vance, normalizing this rhetoric. And the meanwhile, the Democratic Party wants to nominate people like Gavin Newsom and J.B. Pritzker and AOC to go and say, we need to arrest every single person and their family members who supports this.
Yeah. And again, guys, like, this is such a big deal. Like, we cannot, like, really demonstrate how big of a deal. Essentially, again, you would get an immigration moratorium overnight. Andy Ogles says right here, net immigration would decrease immediately by 85%. That's without doing anything else, without actually enforcing any of this. In the short, how much of this, like, spike in turnout, I think a lot of it is, like, the strong candidates we have, like Spencer Pratt. I have a good question. How much of this is the fraud they're uncovering in California? Like Vance is uncovering.
That might be true, yeah.
Because, I mean, for those that don't know or ignore the fraud stuff, I knew it was bad, but it's casually. Oh yeah, there's 500 daycare centers and 600 elder care centers. They don't exist. They're taking in hundreds of millions of dollars, and we have to close all of them in a day. Just casually,
centers.
One of them.
Vance mentioning that he's pausing $1.3 billion in Medicaid reimbursements because of fraud in illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
I saw a damning graph on Twitter. I can pull up the tweet.
Go find it. I know what you're talking about.
The one, California would be in a state budget surplus if they stop providing healthcare and welfare services to illegal immigrants. They would be they would literally be hundreds of millions, if not low billions, state surplus in money right now.
I mean, it's just crazy
if they weren't providing fucking social services to immigrants. I don't know if you saw the tweet that went viral earlier this week. People, like illegal immigrants in California, used the cops to call on welfare checks for their kids while they neglected them and left them at home.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't make that shit up, brother. I could not come. You know me, I'm a very creative person. I could not come up with the idea of illegal immigrants leaving their kids at home and using the cops to do welfare checks on them.
It's just... But that's what's going on in California. And listen, and that's without the state cooperating. God knows if the state was actually cooperating with the federal government, all the shit they would find. It's just, and we're not even exaggerating. You're just casually finding, yeah, there's 300 businesses in this one building. None of them are real, and they're all receiving millions of dollars. It's fraud.
Or how a county commissioner for Fairfax County, Virginia, recently admitted 20% of the fucking county is illegal and has a deportability status. Here's the Fairfax video. Here's the Fairfax video.
This is fucking stupid.
1 in 5 Fairfax residents is someone who could be deported or lives with them. Here's the tweet. I found it for you.
I gotta find it. Yeah,
I just posted it.
Oh, you posted? I got it. I should pull Discord. Yeah, so guys, we keep going on about this. This is crazy. Like right here, this is the clip that Tyrant's talking about. I can't really play it. But yeah, 1 in 5 Fairfax residents is someone who can be deported or lives with them. 20%. That's a large number.